guys just another minute or so to finish up reading. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do today, you guys have kind of read through, you got an idea. What I want you to do is we're going to continue with what we did yesterday with our smartboard activity, where we imagined yesterday that our homes were buried under landslides, and that 20,000 years from now, people were excavating the site where our homes had been and had found certain items. We're going to continue along that line of thought and think this. Imagine that all of a sudden this classroom had been covered in a landfill. Now, we were all out of it. None of us were here. It happened like late at night when no one's in the building, so everybody was fine. But the entire classroom was covered. And 20,000 years from now, somehow we, as a classroom, show up again and we decide to excavate our room. And we find certain materials. And we want to learn about what was going on in the world at the time that this classroom was buried. And we are given certain artifacts, 4 to be exact. Now, I pass out a paper to you, and there are 4 different stations with different sets of questions. If you notice, they're the same questions from the book, from your reading that you just got done reading. We're going to do our own analysis. We're going to look at 4 different items around the room. And we're going to analyze them to try and learn a little bit about the society that was buried right here on this very spot 20,000 years ago. Remember, we're in the future. So, we are checking these things out. Here are the stations. Station number 1. It's right over here at our table. Our lovely cub gnome. All right? Somehow he survived. It's probably because he's cubs and they just endure. They don't win, they just endure. So he's still around. All right, our cubs gnome is still. So this is station 1. Okay. In a minute, I'm going to assign you guys numbers, and that will be what station you start off with. So if I give you number 1, you're going to start here at station 1 with the gnome. Station 2, if you get station 2, this is station 2. Your 2 maps, your 2 sets of maps. Somehow the laminating process of these maps protected them for all time, and they have lasted for 20,000 years. So you're going to need to examine and evaluate these 2 maps. Now, this is the front side of the map, and this is the back side. So, like, if you try and like pull it back and see on the back side, you're just going to see this. So don't try and take the map off. It's the same thing. I have like 30 of these, and so it's just the same. It's the same thing. Okay. So there's nothing else. There's no extra information on the back of it because it's right here. All right. But examine the map. Try and do your best to get as much information out of there as you can. Use the clues that are on the map to tell you some of the information. Station number 3, our third thing. Now this one I'm going to have to ask you to stretch your imagination a little bit further. I don't really have the finances to go out and buy an actual piece of artwork, so I printed this one off. But this is a copy of an actual piece of artwork. So imagine that this actual piece of artwork somehow survived, and you were looking at this piece of art. Okay, so this is a piece of art that survived, and you were looking at it and learning a little bit about it. Okay, so that's station 3. Station 4. Station 4 is right out of our textbook. It's the last thing. It's one of the things. It's one of the tools that's in our textbook. It's right here. Okay, so this is an infogram. It's out of our textbook. It's part of our textbook. You're going to look at this and you're going to evaluate it. Ask the questions that were there about station 4 and try to figure this out. Okay. So if I have assigned you number 4, you're going to come here first. Okay. You're going to have 7 minutes at each station to evaluate each one of these different artifacts. After 7 minutes, at least with the first one, after 7 minutes, I might give you a little bit more time because the first time takes a little bit longer. So you might have a little bit longer at the first station. But you'll have probably about 10 minutes at the first station just to kind of get used to doing it. After that, you'll have 7 minutes at each station. Okay, to go around and look at each one of the individual artifacts and answer the questions. If you need to answer them on a separate sheet of paper because there's not enough room for you to write on this paper, that's fine. That's entirely up to you. I'm okay with that. I know that there were a lot of questions, and in order to put them on one sheet, to make it easy to hand out, I had to make them kind of small. If you can write on this and I can tell what your answers are to each question, do that. But if you need to use a separate sheet of paper, that's fine with me too. I'll have a stapler out and you can staple it at the end. Yes. As long as you label it so I know exactly what you're talking about, where you're talking about. Okay? So I need to make sure that, so like if you label it station 1 and then answer the question in station 2, that's fine. I just need to know what you're answering. Okay. All right, so let's get to numbering. Let's do it this way. Ready? Everybody pay attention. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. All right? Everybody got their numbers?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to put the timer up on the smart board. Please go to your stations. Remember, you need to be working together, but you also need to be working quietly so you do not disrupt the groups around you. All right, 7-minute timer has begun. You have 7 minutes in the group that you are at. 7 minutes at the group that you are at. Answer the question.
Why were we studying that?
Why was that?
Remember, this is a classroom.
Is your dinner?
Why would that matter?
What was the art there drawing? Why was an object created using like a page?
Why was that those pages? Why was that match?
I don't know.
Actually, more specifically, what the pages are about? Why would you
I'm sorry that you have Why did that picture take
Not originally, no. But that is one of the things that they use it.
That's a good history question. I never studied that.
Check with your bills.
I think they're friendly people. I grew up in a company, you know, it's a curse.
Yeah. Yeah, I It could, I mean, if you can come up with something more specific, would be always be better.
So there again, this is a classroom setting. Why would
About 4 minutes. So you've already finished, sure you're in figured out in the present. Yeah. Almost 2.5 minutes, guys. Almost 2.5 minutes. Remember, you guys are working as a group, so share your answers with the other people in your group. If you're figuring it out really quickly, share your insights, share your wisdom, share your knowledge.
Oh my goodness.
Sharing is caring.
Oh, but for education, that was number 3. It's like girls and then
Well, I just made a interesting comment. Where you are in present, trying to figure this out. If you imagine 20,000 now trying to figure this out, it would be 20,000 times more difficult.
Yeah, it can be. How old is
the
he?
question? Why no?
Now you should. Less than 2 minutes.
And the significant part is if you're not where they are. It may be significant. So somebody could look at this and say, oh my goodness, this school is located somewhere maybe in the United States. Not necessarily.
Everybody getting all the answers? Got them all written down? Delete them, you got your answers written down? 1 minute. If you are currently at, ladies and gentlemen, you are rotating in numerical order, so when it comes time to rotate, if you are at station 1, you go to station 2. If you're at station 2, you go to station 3. If you're at 3, you go to 4. If you're at 4, you go to 1. Now you're not rotating just yet. We still got 42 seconds left, and those people are finishing up. Leave it where it's Julie. Black shade is called. I said check this out. So are you feeling interested? 10 seconds. All right, time's up. Finish rotating. 7 minutes to start. You have 7 minutes.
First of all, why is it clapping?
I bet my father made that. My dad's Oh yeah.
Take a guess, because that probably, well, is it in the US? So at least,
I really want to learn that. Wait, where was this supposed to be? Well, it has the pine. Wait. No, the Constitution. To show the elevation. All the mountains. Yeah, that's not hard. I'm pretty sure they
satellite? So yeah, that's how you do it.
Well, we're just writing here.
So everybody's sharing their.
The last one. It's called a satellite. Show us. Find location. Show us.
High five.
That's just
I used to be 6'4".
My grandpa's only 6'6". No.
Get back to 6'4".
My grandpa's only 6. No, 5'6". I come from a very short family house. I just kind of had a growth spurt. I'm gonna be here for like a couple years.
And then you'll grow again.
No. And then I'm gonna grow like that Madeline State. My mom's only 5'4". And she's
You're lucky you were going. So you're in this group? You are hearing like wonderful ideas? Or did you not share your ideas? Because you guys are sharing. Can you see your writing? So you guys all sharing? You guys are sharing your brilliant ideas. Let's see, you guys got 2 minutes and 11 seconds to share.
Like her nose is smooth.
It looks like paper from that era. They're fighting.
Well, because it's my last but no effort. And then so it's gonna like I don't hang on. Oh my god! That really oh yeah, but
Thirty-eight seconds. 30 seconds.
Do you like it? Do you like it? It's a happy meal.
You're really on it.
It's a happy meal.
I think I got the same line on my list. I have freckles on my list. I did. And I said, do you want the clear hair?
All right, time's up. Please rotate to your next section, your next station, please.
When and where was the map produced?
All right, 7-minute timer is started.
NY story is. That's the branch. Wait, is this the branch? I don't know. You could have been a wall called. I wrote a branch. No,
Tell me what's on.
Probably someone had to
Am I allowed to give them
I
hints?
think it's because they have like.
I tried to earlier.
I just wanted to.
Where was this map
More
produced?
reasons.
We already know.
Yeah.
Where was it made? Where did the NY store? NY store purchased. Why was the map on the oh yeah, after the war.
So you don't.
At a battle? How can I determine? How do you know what's it called? Look on Google. Everyone's in there. It's Juliana. Like when you do, you say it. And then you look at it. And say, well, what is it? What?
You already were either the most unfortunate person.
What are the roads? I'm so confused right
Yes.
I
heard something about that.
What is the subject of your yes, he does. I think it says 12. So, we're almost done. We got one more. I'm almost done. Or I can Another map.
Hey.
Another match.
Guys have about 4 minutes.
Done. Oh. 4 minutes and I'm done. Alex? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Wait, what was the first one? No, the first one. I like your socks. No, Alex or someone. But anyway, I know that she wanted I want to my mom's here like wine sauce. So it's so good. Wine sauce. Yeah, my mom's here wine. And then I had oh my gosh, you can see my face. And then I go like this. But then when I go like this, oh, look, ready? Look at me. You can see like the veins and I just saw a little bit of it. This is why I don't know. I don't know. I don't care.
You're dancing centralized your corner.
What are you trying to do that? Oh my god! What's it called? I can do that. I like I can do it with my arms. Yeah, I got it. Can you do it? All I remember is I'm not done with one. I'm not either, but this is really can't do that. What do they do? Is it like okay down your shoulder? Probably. Yeah. Someone can. That's Kaylee. Like, what do you do? Like,
15 seconds.
You don't play what do you wash water on the wall and slide on it? What? Julian, Julian, what's that question? Emily.
Alright, let's go.
Can I press the countdown? Can I press 4?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, press stop. Thank you, Lexi. I forgot I had it on the smart. I gotta adjust that.
What is it?
Unless you zoomed it.
No, it probably just got bumped when I moved the camera, because I moved the camera up to the top.
Subject of art. Where was this art created?
Internet.
Where was it created?
I could physically move the projector at one.
Yes.
Yeah, what's the question?
The first one.
What is the question?
What
What was it?
where was this map?
Use the clues that are on the map to figure it out. You gotta use the clues that are on the map. Tell me if there's no actual date on the map. Tell me how you could figure it out. What would you
You
do?
have to real life.
I'll have to, yeah.
In the battle.
That's
So, was this map created in China?
Is it real? Let me see it. Let me see it.
Hey, Mr. Bittner, can I have that baseball?
No.
Dude, this is bigger than a softball.
I'm done.
You should not be done.
I am
You've
done.
only been there for like 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes.
What is the subject of your art?
Is this a real apple?
Where is it China? What other details can I have?
Please put the apple away. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. This was an artifact. Good studies.
Wait, what's up with
What do you think about
Oh no, that's teamwork.
What are they? Was it a girl?
Make this map.
Did I laminate the map?
Y'all what?
No.
I look like there's 4 different
What other details can I have?
We have 4 minutes left.
Wait, what?
Oh, me, I can figure it out. Oh my god. I like Wait, what did you say? Haley, the inches is Haley, what's
Hey, we have about 3 minutes left. If you are finished, if your work is finished, please go back to your desk. Put your world history books away on the shelf and then just sit at your desk until everybody else is back.
Julian, look what I found. Julian!
Lexi, that's not yours. Put it back. No, you did. It was on somebody else's desk. It's like walking over to your desk and picking up your pencil and going, oh, look what I found. And just putting it in my bag.
Yeah, Julian! I picked it up for that
Loser.
Mr. Bittner, is this you and your wife? Is this you and your wife?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like you.
It doesn't look like you. Let's hope it's you.
No, but I mean, it doesn't look like you. It looks like Mr. Bittner.
Yeah, that might be okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Ladies and gentlemen, you should put your books, you should have your books put away. If you are finished and you are back at your desk, please put your book away onto the shelf. The next thing that you need to do, is catch yourself on the back of the seat. If you would please, make sure I have a okay. If you used a second piece of paper to write your answers down on, if you wrote your answers down on a second piece of paper, there's a stapler right here and you can staple them together. Once you either staple them together, or even if you didn't, once you're done, if you would please put them in your turn-in bin. So if you have them to staple them together, please put them in your turn-in bin.
Might not be able to read mine. Me either.
Second one.
Oh, were you reading?
Second one. I put one in the top. That's because somebody put my other class.
I was gonna do something for the group. Like I was gonna like.
This should be
Where'd you get it at? I know, I asked Nathan if I could play. Where'd you get it from? Amazon? It's nice. I like that one. It's kind of heavy. Alright. No, I did not like it. Alright, everybody have a seat. We have just like 2 minutes. Once you've turned in your thing, please have a seat. Okay. Just to make sure, I'm looking around. I shouldn't see any world history textbooks on your desk, so if you have a world history textbook on your desk, please put it away on the shelf. Yes, I know, that one's going to stay there, because I need it for, I have one more world history class. Other than that, have a good week. You guys shouldn't have any homework over the weekend. Have a good weekend. I figured, I didn't get a chance to tell my other class this, but I will tell you guys this one small fact. I sincerely, and those of you who had me last year know this, I sincerely believe in no homework Fridays. So I will do my absolute best, I can't do it all the time, because there are going to be projects and things that are going to have to go home over the weekend at different points, but I'm going to do my absolute best to make sure that you guys don't have homework over the weekend.
You never told me that.
I did. I don't believe, I sincerely believe in no homework Fridays. That's one of my things. So, hopefully, we'll be able to continue that. So we should have just like a minute or so. Not even that. See you guys later. Have a good weekend. See you Monday.
I have to do.
No.
I have to go to gym.
No.
Appreciate warm up.
I need one. To like.
So go.